how's it going?
Hello.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Kyla.
And thanks for tuning in to Getting Your Nerd On. We got a nice pickup video for you today. We got a couple box systems. We got a bunch of old school complete games. And we just got a bunch of really nice things to show you, a couple toys and stuff. So let's get into it. First, this guy on Craigslist told me he had a Nintendo, old NES. He said he only had the console, no controllers, no games, no cords, no hookups. And so, he asked me what I would give him for it, and I told him I'd give you $15 for it. And so he was like, all right, I'll take that. But then when he actually gets to the, when he meets me up, this console, it actually had the power supply, and it had the system, and it had like the official Nintendo cleaning thing to clean your games. And I wasn't expecting it to be in the console, and I really only had $15, so... yeah, so that's what I gave him. I'm really happy to have this. I had extra controllers, and I had an extra video cable for it, an extra RF adapter for it. And I don't have Super Mario Bros. 3 to put in here, but I'm really happy to have this. I cleaned the box up. It was in pretty, it is in pretty B shape. You can see there's some holes and stuff. But anyway, I was really happy to have this. I'd love to put this, I can't wait to, put this down in my collection. So this is awesome.
Yeah. And then today, there's this woman who has had, well, I didn't know this woman, but anyways, she had this Craigslist ad up for forever. Like, Zach had seen it a long time ago. She was asking $50 for a Sega Saturn and 7 games. And so I answered her today, and I was like, I'll give you $40 for all of it. I was trying to have the Zach mentality of not necessarily lowballing people, but kind of seeing, the cheapest you can possibly get it for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of like, Workaholics.
Why?
How much money would it take you to...
Oh, to blow a guy? Yeah. The least amount of money.
Yeah, the least amount of money. So, I got her down to 40. It didn't even take that much. I was just like, hey, I'll give you $40 for it. And so, I got the Sega Saturn in box. It didn't come with any controllers or with the power cord. But that's fine because Zach had a ton stocked up, and so he gave it to me.
Yep, I had extras, and I wasn't using them, so.
Yep, and then so these are the games that I got with it, and they are all complete in really good condition too. So I got Tomb Raider, so I now have 5 different versions of the first Tomb Raider.
She's obsessed with Tomb Raider.
And so I got NHL 97, and then I got World Series Baseball 98. And World Series Baseball 2.
Yeah. It's not bad. The least you can just use the cases for other games. So anyway, she gave me a couple games that I didn't have, which was VR Golf 97. And I have I won't say a bunch of sports game on the Saturn, but I got a couple, and I don't mind having one of each. And then she gave me Madden 98. And this might just even be used for, a case for one of my games with broken hinges. So anyway... Then today we go to a local game store, and Kyla wanted to pick up some Sega Saturn stuff. And when we went in there, it was actually really cool because he had just bought a whole bin of Sega Saturn things from someone else. There was a Japanese Sega Saturn in there. There was an American Sega Saturn.
That thing is huge, by the way. The Japanese Sega, the huge gray console.
Yeah, I don't think it's much bigger.
It looked giant to me.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the exact dimensions of both. But anyway, there was a couple games in the jewel cases, like Virtua Cop, stuff like that, Virtua Fighter 2. Anyway, I didn't really need those. And then there was a stack of games in the long cases. And so this is what I picked up for Sega Saturn. And these were $10 a piece. And I was really happy to pay that. First, I got D, and this is complete. And all these discs look amazing. The artwork, everything looks amazing in it. Someone had literally just traded these in. Then I got Sonic 3D Blast. Looks really nice. And then I got my favorite one was Nights into Dreams, and so I got that one. And then what did you get, Kyla?
Well, I forgot to mention this because this came with the Sega Saturn. It had 3 games in it, which was Virtua Fighter 2 and Virtua Cop and Daytona USA. Yep. They're all in really good condition. They're just kind of in those weird little CD sleeves that you would get for a computer. But they all have the manuals too, which is amazing.
Yeah, it is nice.
I'm sorry I forgot to mention that, but this was awesome. And what I picked up from the store was Bomberman for the Game Boy. This is my other obsession with video games, is Bomberman. And then I got Wolfchild for the Genesis, which is great. I mean, actually, my friend Danielle has this exact cover tattooed on her leg, besides her Castlevania.
She also, I thought it was a Contra.
No, she has Contra Hardcore and Castlevania, all the Genesis ones. Yeah. And then I got Bomberman Jetters. And then I got this one. I mean, it's Battle Arena Toshinden 2 for the PlayStation. I recently, since I picked up, what was that, Metal Gear?
Oh, yeah.
Since I picked that up, I've been really into, like, the non-jewel case for the PlayStation games. And so I saw this, and what did he say? It was like, no, Wolfchild.
That was $5.
Yeah, this was $5. It was Wolfchild.
It looks good. It looks nice. And it's a different oddball case.
It is. Cool. It's complete. The inside artwork for it is absolutely phenomenal. You know, I mean, it looks great. It had the manual and everything, and I kind of think that's my new thing, is the...
Wouldn't it be cool if all the PlayStation games came out like that, with all that inside artwork and well, you know, they probably have all the hinges broke off and they look like shit now, but it would have been really cool. So the other two things I got from that place was I got Mickey Mania for the Sega CD. I'm a big fan of the Sega CD. I'm a big fan of really everything Sega. I think Sega got a bad rap after the Genesis, I feel, and I really love collecting for the Sega CD. I don't think there's that many great games, and there's a lot of them that are just even out of my price range, but Gamester 81 had a thing of top 10 Disney game, or top 25, Disney games, and this one was pretty high, actually, or low. I think this one might have been it was definitely top 10, and he said the Sega CD version was the best. So I got this. This was also $10, but this game looks like it's never been used. Like, it has the foam. Oh yeah, by accident I broke the hinge off, but I'm gonna super glue it tomorrow. But this one has the foam in it. It looks like it's never been used, and it has the poster in the back. And then, the last thing I got was Soul Divide. And I got this because I think TB46667 recommended 46667 recommended in one of his episodes he bought it. And this one was actually free. And then yesterday I went to a flea market by myself, or 2 days ago? Yeah, yesterday.
I think it was 2 days. Yeah,
and I got a Game Shark for the Nintendo 64 just so I could play import games. I otherwise have no use for it. It was $5. And my favorite find of the day actually was I went to an antique store and they had an old Mauser. This is one of the original Ninja Turtles toys, and it's a wind-up toy. It was $1 and it still works, and someone put all the stickers on it. I think this is really cool. I can't wait to just display this in my game room. And finally,
which was only $1, by the way.
Yeah, it was $1.
Yep.
And then finally, I met up with a guy on Craigslist. He was selling 2 games. He sent me an email. I had an ad out, and one of them, he asked me what I'd give him for it. I said I'll give you $20 for both the games. Anyway, one of them was Aladdin for the Super Nintendo, and the other one was a game that I think is actually pretty uncommon. I don't have it, and I was really excited to get it. And this is Super Mario World and Super Mario All-Stars on one cart. So I went and picked it up, and this guy poured his life story out to me for about 10 minutes, and I took off. So. And what else do you have?
I guess what the other things. This is what Zach picked up for me while he was at the indoor flea market that we like to frequent in the same town that my sister lives. So he gave me, because he also got a copy of Super Mario All Stars. So he kind of just, I wouldn't say this was a freebie. I definitely gave you money for it. And then there are these little packs of Tomb Raider cards. Kind of, I mean, the only real card game I've ever played and that we've been playing recently is Magic the Gathering. So I was like, oh.
Popular game.
Oh yeah, actually we've been getting into it really. I milled his deck the other day.
Alright, whatever.
Anyways. So yeah, there's these Tomb Raider cards. They seem really cool. I asked him to pick up 4 for me because they're only a quarter piece. Each. So I'll have to go back and get the rest of them. Yeah. But they're really cool. I did open it. He kind of suggested that I don't. I assume because they're collector's items.
No, I just assume no one's going to play the game.
Right. I mean, I'm not going to play the game, but I like to look through them.
Yeah, sure.
There's some action figures or statues, models, whatever you want to call them, that I won't open. And there's some that I will because I want to display them nicely. I want to check them out myself. And so this was the first pack I got, and I really just wanted to open them. I mean, it's really just I would say it's more like one of the Game of Thrones card games you would get these days. And, they look really cool. They just have, like, actions like, if your fight tests succeed, you may immediately make a second fight test against the same target. So, I mean, it's like,
Yeah,
it's kind of like Magic, Dungeons and Dragons and all that nonsense. But it's really cool because it's Tomb Raider, and that's my unhealthy game obsession.
It is. So those are our pickups from Craigslist and flea market and local game stores. Yep. And yeah, that's it. So thank you guys for watching.
Mm-hmm.
And send us a comment, let us know who you are, give us a like, subscribe if you like us. I mean, that'd be great. And thanks for watching Getting Your Nerd On.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Adios.
Bye.